Hello everyone, so this is the Darkwood Tarot by Sasha Graham and art by Abigail Larson. This was a birthday present from my bestie. I got her some stuff for her Switch and she said, "What do you want?" And I went, "This is on my list." So she said, I'll get you that then. So yeah, I was really intrigued by this, and I've seen the artwork on Sasha's Instagram, and the actual Instagram is just the trailer. I loved like the different angles that people do for a tarot. This is Rider-Waite-Smith based, and I love how like the story in like the haunted house is the fool's journey through the house, whereas this one's like the fool's, I think it's the witch's journey through the dark wood. Yeah, you roll the witch traversing the wood. Each magnificent card becomes a vision of deep wisdom and guides you to a richer understanding of yourself. Examine secret desires and shadowy dreams. Explore the unknown recesses of your psyche. Wow. Plus I love that I'm into really like nice dark decks lately. Not too dark, like so creepy that you're like, oh, I can't use this deck, where it's like, this is really pretty. It's magnetic. It's by Llewellyn. Wow. There's the Ace of Pentacles there. Then we have the guide. I literally just took the guide out to have a look at it, hence the ribbon is not there. The ribbon is here. Oh wow, it's like, I love that kind of laminated page feeling. Let's see, let's just go to a random one here. So we have the Three of Wands. It's called Vampire's Embrace. And doesn't have keywords, it just tells you the story of why is the card has a vampire in it, and then it goes on to the meanings and the shadow meaning. It's going to be interesting, the shadow meaning. I think that's like the reversal, in a sense. This would be the reversal, this would be the upright meaning. Yeah, that's really cool. Oh wow, that's the Temperance card. I love how Llewellyn did this full page of the art of the card, because from the what I see, the card is framed, but some are framed. It's really pretty. I'm not going to spoil anything because I've not seen all of them. So here we go. Still sealed, I have not seen them. Scissors. Because I do not want to be here forever. Okay. Now, I know people are a bit like iffy with Llewellyn's cardstock, but do you know what? I wouldn't really care as much. I did scratch it a little bit. That's my own fault, but it's not too bad. Wow. And the backing is that DW everywhere. It'd be nice if that was like all black and it had this thing here without the DW, but that's about it. I wouldn't really change much about the backing, so it's quite nice. So we're going to zoom in here and go through the majors. So there's the Fool, which is also the book art. I love, there's a dog and a cat, so it kind of gives like the witchy sense of it. And she's just going to go off the cliff, but I love her costume. Costume's gorgeous. Very pretty. The Magician still does the above is below pose. I have an owl here. Oh, for someone that his eyes are closed, like he's content. But I like how he's pulling this dark energy down. It's like he's sending it down away from the sky, or he's sending up the light. Very cool. As above as below is on the table. I just realised that. It's carved into the table. Cool. High Priestess. And she just has a scroll that says, now we know what the scroll says, people. It says tarot. Oh, and it says dark wood on the back here. That's the 2 pillars. I like this green she's wearing. It's like she's almost part of the floor. Very pretty. The Empress. Yeah, just relaxing in the woods in a red dress while heavily pregnant. It's fine. I like that. It's very simple. Oh, the Emperor's just the ram. Interesting. I love how like the symbols are there, just carved in there. But we do know it's the Emperor, because obviously without this saying it, but like you could tell that's the Emperor. The Hierophant. Oh, I think like I don't know why I was getting like the Merlin situation, like where he turned into a tree. Yeah, that kind of thing, where Merlin turned into a tree. I was getting that kind of vibe. Wow. The Lovers. For a second that looked like the devil. Very overpowering, like, you know. And like there's like this demon dark angel up here. I love how they're like being enveloped by this flower, this red flower. It seems to be like burning under here, like off the side of the card. The Chariot is an eagle. Very interesting concept of it, but you could still tell like that's a chariot because eagles fly, they soar high, they go places. You know, that does make sense for that. I'll look in the book afterwards when we do go through all the minors and stuff. When I take them aside, we'll go through the book at the end. Strength, and I like this. She's trying to get the strength of to hypnotize the snake. That's very cool. Oh, I was trying to see if I could find the infinity, and I could kind of see the snake doing the infinity symbol a little bit. Very cool. The Hermit, which is the box art, is the Hermit. I think it's a simplified version because the one on the box is more like dark and creepy on the back. Going into a cave. That's interesting. I was getting very Little Red Riding Hood for some reason there, but you know, that's very cool. Wheel of Fortune. All the little gremlins and stuff taking the spell books. Justice. Huh. I would have thought that looked very devil-like actually. There's some of them that look like the Lovers and this had little hints of other cards there, but like this one is like she's making the judgment on these 2 people who have done wrong. But she's not blindfolded. I've noticed that she's not blindfolded, they are. So they do not know their fate. It's her choice to seal their fate. The Hanged Man. I don't know why, she's just hanging upside down. I thought she might be a vampire. I don't like, it's nice. Maybe the Empress had the baby and then got turned into a vampire, who knows. Very cool seeing that kind of concept. Wow. This is an interesting death card. Because we have death there holding the time, and the time's already running out for this angel by the looks of it. Or has this girl's mother become the angel? That's really interesting. But I love how there's a little girl there, because life goes on even after the older person has passed on. It does look like this it's this angel's time running out, or it's like this girl's mum turning into an angel. Temperance. The greens and reds in this are really stunning. Ooh, the Devil. I like how we got a Minotaur looking situation. And we can't see who is chained there, actually. And this like little boy like Jack and the Beanstalk coming up to fight the giant kind of thing. Very cool. Very nice, very nice. Very nice and red though. The tower? Huh. I like this concept of the tower. Like the lightning's not causing the roof to fall off. It's the explosion of the fire inside. So it's kind of like, is it an internal chaos or external effects? Very, very cool. I'm going to keep saying cool because it is cool. The star, I've seen this on the Instagram and I love it. It's like the rebirth, like there's bats everywhere, so I don't know if this is the girl who's turning into a vampire or she's a witch bathing, but she's letting the jug fall. It's still there, like the concept of and the meaning of a star card. Very, very pretty though. I like how there is nudity, but you can't see anything. Do you know what I mean? Like it's all just concealed. The moon. Huh. It kind of looks like she dove in and came out as someone else. Two wolves are there. It's like she is the crawfish, actually. Or the crab or the lobster. Wow. It's like rebirth and such. The sun. Oh, wow. I like this horse, this stallion, actually. They're walking through a graveyard. Very interesting. Oh. Judgment is like... I don't know, it's just very seductive in a way, the judgment. It's like, have you passed your trials of the dark wood kind of thing, and this dark lady is coming in to tell the witch yes or no, you have or not. The world. That's stunning. It's really pretty. Okay, so now we're on to the minors. So I'm going to, as usual, keep quiet and just enjoy. Okay. I kind of went in blindly with this, and I'm kind of glad I did. And it's just really interesting. So here's the few that I picked out. First off, I want to talk about the Six of Wands. So if we look closely, they're all coming back victorious, but they're all women. Except for, and they're all, I think, in this grayscale. And I was like, what's she holding when I was looking at it? She has a little baby. So she's come back victorious after giving birth. And I was like, phenomenal. Phenomenal concept of that card. Seven of Wands. Very interesting concept. But it is about, like, you know, you're standing your ground, but you're fighting. It's like she's fighting off her own demons. Really. Or the forces in the dark forces in the forest. So I like it. I love the emotion in it sometimes. I think depending on the card. This is the Eight of Wands. So this is where you give your energy out. I love how this swamp mermaid nymph person is there, and she like has her hand on her chest, on her breast there, and she's like has her other hand out, like she's levitating these to expel that manifestation out. So she looks like she's meditating on what she's asking the universe, and I like that concept. Ten of Wands. This is by far a very reversed way of the Ten of Wands. Normally the Ten of Wands is someone carrying the load, but I like how this person or this lady is like a horned devil lady. I don't know how to put it, a demon. So it's like she's trying to manipulate you to take her load. So she's manipulating you to take the wands that she's carrying, going, I'm too frail and weak. Oh, if I only had someone strong to carry them for me. So I feel like it's that kind of, that's what I was reading it as. Like, it was very manipulative. This Queen of Wands, I love the fiery energy on it. Like, the fact that you can see it, and that like badass expression on her is beautiful. I love this card. This is a stunning, stunning card. I like this way that the two dark horses, like these dark horses of the forest, these are the Two of Cups. So it's like the stallion from the Sun card found his mate. So it's really sweet, and I like that the stallion from the Sun card found its mate. Very, very pretty. Even if they have red eyes, they're still pretty. Now, the Two of Swords here, I thought this was really cool. So this is the upright one, so you can see all the demons and shadows are coming at her, and she's protecting herself from it, whereas if you go sit down, in the reflection of the water, there's nothing there. Is it made up in her head? Like, is it all made up? So that's a really intriguing way to do the Two of Swords. I would thought this was very Eight of Swords like, so cool indeed. Four of Swords, very Sleeping Beauty style. Although, I do like how she's like Sleeping Beauty, but she's still holding the sword. But the other thing is, I noticed that the swords above are being held by a thread. They're dangling by a thread. And I don't know how to feel about this. This is very, Brothers Grimm kind of, Sleeping Beauty, where the prince isn't as romantic as it seems. Let's say that. But yeah. No, a very, Sleeping Beauty kind of portrayal, but very Brothers Grimm. I did like this Five of Swords, because normally you see the person picking up the swords while the other people are walking away, but this is like the person who's picked up the swords is getting their revenge, going, yeah, I do all the work, what about it? And then they're like throwing the swords at the person who's walked away, and they're torturing them. It's a very interesting point of view, really, because normally we do see the Five of Swords and the person's carrying them looking at the people who walked away or he's defeated, but it looks like this person's just tired of cleaning up the mess, so they're getting their revenge. Six of Swords. Now normally this is all like just walking away, but we never see the front perspective, like what's behind them, what are they leaving behind. So we see this is hoodoo? Is that the word, hoodoo? I think it's hoodoo. There's like hoodoo, like voodoo priestess lady, and because like she has all the beads and stuff on her hands and such, and the talismans there, but she has a little baby there in her boat, along with all these swords, but around her are these crocodiles, and behind her is this lady reaching out. So it looks like that's the baby's mother, and she's reaching out. So like it might have been in her best interest to give up the child, because don't know what time it's set in, but I presume it's like Victorian, medieval, like where if a single mother is frowned upon or something. But I do like how the crocodiles are there, showing that moving forward into something is a risk, and it's a risk you have to take, because they could just ignore you, or they could attack you. So you know. Seven of Swords. There's the Little Red Riding Hood reference, and I adore this. Absolutely adore it. No picnic basket, just swords to get away from a big bad wolf there. There is so much going on in this Eight of Swords. Normally she's tied up and surrounded by swords. There is rats. So if she does fall or die, if she dies, like if she lets the noose drop or she decides to kick the box away, they'll eat her, and so will this vulture. They'll just start eating her. If she does manage to untie herself, she can just hop off, whatever. But I like how she's on a box and there's a noose around her. Like, it's such a different concept. And it's like she's trapped, but this time she really is trapped. So even if she tied herself up, she has to try and not panic or slip or fall. Very cool. I took the Ace of Pentacles out because as I was flipping through them, I noticed the pentacle itself is an apple cut horizontally. So if you get an apple and cut it like at the top off, not downwards, cut the top off, you'll get a star. So I noticed they're all apples in the pentacles. Also, I noticed the cups are all animals as well, which is pretty damn cool. But yeah, thought that was just a nice little feature. And then last but not least is the Queen of Pentacles. I had to take her out because she's the only queen that wasn't wearing a dress. She was covered in these vines, and like she's becoming one with the forest because her foot, it looks like a root. So I can't tell, is she a person or is she becoming the tree, or is she the tree, like portraying like an astrophysical human like self. It's really, that's a really good, wow. So let's give them a shuffle. the bottom of the deck was the Queen of Cups. So the overall energy for this reading is the Queen of Cups. So we'll move it down, zoom back in a bit. Okay, first card. Page of Pentacles. 9 of Swords reversed. And the King of Pentacles. So let's use the book for this because I want to see what the shadow meaning is for this. I'm kind of glad a reversal came up. So then we get to test out the shadow meaning and see what the book says as well. So let's go to the overall energy, which is the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Cups, sorry. Queen of Cups. Let's see. Knight. The Empath. Okay, so the Queen of Cups is known as the Empath in the Dark Wood Tarot. This is all her empath abilities coming out. The Queen sits on the water's edge. Oh, so she is actually on the water. I thought she was in it. Okay, she has touched the depths and a hand. Oh my god, there's a ghost hand there. You can actually see it here better. Look, there's a ghost hand greeting her. I just read it there and went, oh my goodness. And the hand greets her. She is a creative genius who can summon the muse at will. Ooh. So let's see the meaning. So the overall meaning is active imagination, empathic qualities, dreamy and love-filled, soft and nurturing, an encouraging and understanding personality, excellent advice, the mother who understands everyone's problems and never takes sides, deep and understanding. So the overall meaning of the energy of this is that you are an understanding person. You may have empath abilities, but I feel like you just understand what people are going through and their struggles and such, so that's a good energy to have. So let's go to the Page of Pentacles. I know I don't use the book, I just want to see the concept that's been written for this point of view of the tarot. Page of Pentacles, the student. So they're all here on this one page here. So there she is. The page holds a pentacle in her hand. She looks deeply, observing the magic of the 5-point star hidden within. Her dress is crafted from the bark of the trees. Oh my god, I didn't see that. Like, she's actually made of wood. I don't know if there's a full picture of her, is there? Because I kind of just skipped it. There it is, look. So you can see her tree, her outfit is made of tree. Wow, okay. It's made of actual bark. This is really cool. Sorry if I keep saying cool. I just mean it. I can't think of any other words because I'm like dumbfounded by how amazing this deck is. She integrates information, takes what she learns, and creates a new world for herself. She is handy and crafty. Pentacles relate to physical cells of the body, and the page is completely at home in herself. Oh, she accepts herself, kind of thing. Okay. She has faith in others and herself. There, I just said it. Okay, the meaning. Use what you have to place into action. Trust what you see before you. It does not deceive. You have what you need at your fingertips. It is time to use it. The solution is at hand. More is on the way. Okay, so you understand the situation at hand, right? This is the overall energy for this thing. So you're understanding that with the world as it is right now, people may not be as confident in themselves with their skills that they have to get back into work, or if they're looking for work, they think they don't have the skills, when if you as a person were looking, or it's you go and revisit your CV or resume, you see how much experience you have and how many skills you have, and you just go, huh, I actually believe in myself now because I have the skills at my fingertips more than I thought. So yeah. Okay, the 9 of Swords. Self-critic. Do you see that? Oh. And we know this is like, woman sits on bed, blah blah blah. It's such, we know the meaning of that. It was just small bits like that. So we're going to go with the shadow meaning for this one because this is reversed. So the shadow meaning is much longer than the meaning, but I'm going to give it a synopsis. Examine the intensity and power of your mind in its darkest night. Most of what occurs in the world has nothing to do with you. The synchronicity, guys. What is happening? Flip your worst case scenario inside out to discover the glittering jewel within. Negative thinking, self-blame, and shame-fed the ego. Shame feed the ego. Sorry, that's interesting. Word play. Just as much as an overinflated sense of importance. They are two sides of the same coin, or the same brain. Stop playing the role of the victim, savior, aggressor, and begin the work of being your true self. How? Baby steps. Create a diary of dark thoughts and write down all the horrible things you think about yourself and the other people. Be brutally honest. Every week, choose one single dark thought and rewrite it from a positive point of view. That sounds like an interesting exercise. But I get what they're saying here. Like, even as a reversal, the Nine of Swords is still negative in a way. But it's just saying, like, stop playing the victim. Like, oh, I don't have the skills. Poor me. And, like, the world is in a terrible place. I should not be looking for work. Blah, blah, blah. Always apply for jobs. Like, I'm applying for jobs as we speak. My friend has gone off for an interview on Facebook. That kind of thing, you know. It's just, you just keep going. You don't stop. You just do not stop. And don't give up. So, we have the King of Pentacles next. The Builder. He's called the Builder. And there he's there. In a bigger picture here. Bigger format. That's the word. The King of Pentacles is a masculine, mature energy of growth and expansion. His nature is slow moving due to the earthly energy, yet he is as dependable as they come. He's the master of business and finance, able to make small sums multiply. So if he had a small investment, he can make it work, if that makes sense. He'll make it more. Ultimately, he always has his way, even if it takes him a long time to reach the finish line. So he is a very patient person, and if this is you, I feel like you're going to be very patient in the next stage of your career here. So, time, this is the meaning now, time to invest and make financial plans. It could be a father figure or like a boss, a male figure who's helping you here. Growth, real estate, and earning potentials. Being clever with investment, handsome and slow. That's just a sentence. He's handsome, but he's slow. Just the way it said it. I'm not kidding. Like, it looks like an ordinary sentence. Like, why? A rock solid word. So he keeps his promises, and he's very dependable, which it says next, and that's it. Okay. So, overall reading, you're very concerned about others, and you understand that right now it's tough. And right here, you know your self-worth, you have all these skills, you've revisited them, but there is also like a slight inkling of negativity about yourself with the Nine of Swords in reverse there. And then with the King of Pentacles, we can see that you need to start making some financial movements. Even though it'll take your time to save the money to get to the King's status, from a page to the King, you're going to be absolutely fine. And let's take the top card. We have the World in reverse. So let's see that one, and that's the future outcome. This is just interesting. I keep saying interesting and cool because it bloody is. You are the universe is called. So I'm going to go with the shadow meaning because this is reversed. So I'll just stick it there for a minute so you can all see it. Resisting your true nature, reacting instead of simply being, hiding from your true self, projecting false assumptions onto others, watching from the sidelines rather than joining the game. Wow, so this is like, you are very, you understand what's going on. That's what the empath is. You're very like you know, understanding and nurturing. But when you do find out your own potential and you get that kind of slight inkling going, maybe I'm not worth it, and then we see that you slowly get back up on the career ladder. We do see that with the World. It's a bit what did they say? Oh, there we go. It was a bit resistant. That's what it was. You were very resistant in the change and finding what your true calling is. So if you're good at business and organisation skills, stop resisting it and go for it. And stop watching on the sidelines, like watching your friends succeed and everyone else. Just go for it. Okay, I'll leave that there, guys. That's a really interesting way for the reading to go, I think. So I'll leave that there, guys, and I hope you all safe and well, and I will see you all next time.